Welcome back to my channel, ladies and gentlemen. Back to new. I am Anthony Goodson. Please do me a favor before we get started. Hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to comment. And I promise you, I will reply. Okay, today we have a 1970s MCM from Broyhill. It's white. I think it's been painted before. It's dirty. It's filthy. We'll see what we can do. By the way, I don't know if you noticed that we are playing different music in the background. Jenna Laney 6585 says she enjoyed the video but hate the music. This music is for you. Please comment and let me know what you think. All right, back to it. We got this 1970s version MCM. It's kind of a big piece. It's a dresser. It was painted over before. It had a whole lot of white paint on it and a whole lot of dirt. The person I bought it from on Facebook Marketplace said she was gonna do some work with it, but she didn't have time, so she put it on the back porch. But after she put it on the back porch, it apparently stayed there. Got some water damage, some rain damage, some weather damage, but then, you know, she ended up selling it to me. So I had to clean it, and this is part of my cleaning process, just scraping it. Soap and water don't do it. Let me just see if I can get a little bit lower than that. Eventually, I'm definitely gonna have to strip it with the pink stuff. Here we go. I don't know if y'all know this. I should probably start another channel. I'm a magician, so to speak. Y'all let me know if y'all think I should start a channel of all magic. Especially using computer work. All right, now that the fun is all over, the work has begun. I'm gonna spread this stuff all over the top. Quite honestly, I'm gonna spread this stuff everywhere but those drawers over there. I'm actually gonna use something different on those drawers. This pink stuff works so well on top that I probably should just cut out trying to use anything else. The other stuff I use worked very well as well. However, I ran out of it, and I didn't have any more pink stuff, so I had some other paint stripper that I went ahead and used. And this, I mean, you'll see in just a second, it just bowled up so nice. So it didn't take any time to just scrape it right on off. A lot of people are gonna be wondering, why did you not use a plastic scraper? Since this is real wood, you don't wanna mess up your wood. I have a plastic scraper, but believe it or not, it didn't come off as easy with the plastic scraper as it did with my carbide. So I just went with the carbide. Plus I didn't do any damage at all with it. See how it's just bubbling up? You can also see some of that wood veneer below. Sometimes people just want to be in the screen. It comes off extremely easy, which makes a restorer's job so very easy and makes us very, very happy. You take this off, and then all it is after that is a simple cleanup, as opposed to doing more scraping and more ways of trying to figure out how to get this off. This came off really nice. The veneer looked pretty good on here. I'm gonna have to make some adjustments. So be sure to stay to the end, because what I wanted to do, it didn't quite get done. Now I'm putting some acetone on. And I found that this acetone really breaks through all that grease, that grime, that pink stuff, the paint and everything else. So I'm putting it on before I use soap and water. Now this here is me using, it dried up on me, but I actually had a different kind of paint stripper that I put on. And it was actually white too. Even though you really can't tell that I have it on there, it's on there. And it came off fairly easy. I mean, of course this is sped up, but it wasn't that bad of a deal. Now this piece, like I said, it sat outside in someone's back porch for a while. So this piece did not come without any kind of issues whatsoever. In fact, I had to use a lot of glue on this piece, and I had to make sure that it stuck back together in a lot of different areas. I didn't show all of them, but just to give you a quick little visual, I had to do this particular drawer. This was the big drawer at the bottom that I had to glue back together, and using all the tools that I had to use my glue, and then I used a lot of weight to put on there. And I overdid it with the glue, but I did that on purpose to make sure we had plenty of glue. And I made sure that, you know, I did a really good cleanup on it as well. So I added more and more glue. That's what you're gonna see here in just a little bit. See, there's a decent cleanup right there, but it just didn't feel like enough glue. So I wanted to add a little bit more glue just to get in those cracks. And you can't tell because of the speed up, but I think I left it there for like 10 minutes so that it could just fall right on down in the cracks. And then I left this on here for about 2 hours, I would imagine. So it certainly dried very well. A lot of my videos, I do sanding. I didn't want to show a lot of sanding in this video, so I just gave you a quick little piece right there. But this is how it looks after full sanding. Now, I'm not one of those people who like to do a lot of drawing. So what I try to do is not put wood putty in and then start trying to draw. I try to make sure it looks really, really good. And if it don't, then I just paint over it. This piece had a lot of issues. I'm trying to fix it right here. So what I'm using is a lot of the sawdust that I gained from after I did all the sanding. And now I'm trying to create, plus I had this small piece of veneer here. So now what I'm trying to do is create the same look, the same texture, the same everything that it was before, so that I can kind of match it up. It somewhat worked, but it somewhat didn't. I wasn't 100% happy. Just make sure you stay tuned for the result. Now, again, originally I was gonna stain the entire piece. So you'll see here, I'm putting on some stain, that's Kona stain. It's kind of dark. I really, really like the pair of the two colors that I'm choosing to use, and this Kona stain really worked very well. You'll see on the side here in just a bit that it came out okay, but it didn't come out okay everywhere. Although I tried it, worked it out. The technique with this stain is you just put it on and then you wipe it off. It's not too difficult. You just wipe it on and wipe it off. Now the drawers, definitely I was gonna have to paint because there was a lot of damage on the drawers. And I filled in a lot of holes, and whoever used it before the person that I bought it, they decided they were gonna do some stuff, and the things that they decided to do didn't actually work out either. And there was a lot of holes from different drawer pulls, etc. So I just filled all those in, sanded all those down, and decided to go with a denim color blue. This color is actually nice up against a dark color, but it's much more blue, or it's denim up against a dark color, but it's much more blue up against a lighter color. That'll make more sense in a second. And I'm sure it's probably making more sense now. Here's a bit of a spoiler alert here. This is the bottom drawer, so I'm painting it, which means that the Kona stain did not work just the way that I wanted it to. So instead, what I decided to do is paint the entire piece. And this is a cream color. And this cream color looks white on camera, but it's actually really cream, really tan. It has it just looks white, but it's a really good mixture that I created myself. And I used tan and a different kind of cream. So there's really no white, but it looks very white on the screen here. And you'll see in a moment that the cream paired with that blue, which is what I was telling you about. And so it makes that blue looks darker, or lighter, or bluer, or whatever, and as opposed to the denim. Now here I'm using my spray gun. I don't know if I cleaned it out good or what. I don't know exactly what I did, but it was dripping. So I had to go back and I had to do some sanding in between. Now I'm painting the legs. Got to get a good paint on those legs. I don't know if I recorded it. I don't think I did. But I also got the tip of the feet too. That's why I have them all taped up. All right, y'all, we're getting very, very close. I didn't like this one too much, but I want you guys to tell me what you think. Before I have the big reveal, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. Let me remind you what it looked like before, and here's what it looks like after.